Dun, 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 dun. We should be live, everybody. Hopefully we are live. Paul, can you confirm the mic check on live?
Yeah.
We're all great. We're all great. We look good. We sound good.
Nice. Except for PK, he's missing. PK is going to try to hop on later. If he does, our little windows may go out of control, but that's okay. I mean, we could be different people at some points. I could be animated. Infinite could be Paul. I mean, they look like Infinite and Paul, very close. Hairstyle.
I don't look like Paul at all, man. Get out of here.
Oh, nice. All right.
Guy has me beat by 188 years.
I think if me and this guy swap and I just put a cap on, we'd be fine.
Yeah, I forgot I'm
Just
going
need
to
a
wear
cap.
a hat.
We'd be identical.
Paul's so old, he burped Jesus. I mean, there's nowhere close to us.
What?
Yeah.
All right, so, the first topic really is the Embracer Group. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my notes on that here. But, the biggest thing that gets me... Hold on, Dreadpool. They both look like pineapples. Wow, you guys look like pineapples. Did you hear this, Infinite? You're a pineapple?
I don't mind pineapple.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Gonna start hurting people.
I like pineapples now that Paul doesn't like pineapples.
Uh-huh. Is that what it takes?
That's exactly what it took. I've even debated about eating pineapples on my pizza now. And I hated it, but I hated that idea before, but I might try it.
Okay, so basically, everybody knows the news this week. I mean, it's huge. Embracer Group is buying some Square Enix studios, like the Western studios, and includes the Tomb Raider IP, which is a really big IP. It has a lot of potential for the future. Embracer Group also recently, before this, bought Dark Horse Comics. So in my mind, I am hoping that the Embracer Group takes the opportunity to use Dark Horse Comics to write a Tomb Raider movie, like a really good one, not like the ones that we've seen in the past with Angelina Jolie, but like a really good one, and then make a comic adaptation of it, or maybe even a TV series off it, and they could start their own metaverse, everything with the Embracer Group and Dark Horse Comics. Hey, what's going on, Graphic Gut? Go ahead, Paul.
I have a question, though. Isn't Embracer Group more of an investor? Do they really get directly involved in the projects that take place within their investments?
No, they're more of like 10-cent type situation.
Yeah, I think you guys are right. I mean, really, they're pretty much, as far as I know, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, what I understand, they're pretty much hands off.
Yeah, they're an investment group, and they just expect their investment to do what they do. So,
Yeah. I mean, along with this, they got... they're going to be getting Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, Square Enix Montreal,
THQ Nordic.
Yeah,
that's a big one. And how much did they purchase it for? Was it 300 million?
Well, don't they already own THQ Nordic though? I mean, I don't think Square Enix owns THQ Nordic. I think Embracer's already owned them.
Embracer already owned THQ Nordic? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yep, you're right.
This gives them IPs like Deus Ex, Tomb Raider, Thief, Legacy of Kain. Now, out of all this, right? I mean, the biggest thing for this is the fact that Square Enix is selling because they want to invest into blockchain gaming. What? 300 million to put into blockchain, AI, and the cloud. Come on, guys. Like, they're selling that potential IP, Tomb Raider, so they can go into blockchain gaming. I mean, what do you guys think about this? Anybody on the panel, just go ahead and blurt it out. Say how you feel. Is your heartstrings are there? Are you tugging along? Are you really excited to see this?
On this show, let me just say, I don't give a care. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be polite.
Okay, so I'll step in because I've got a few thoughts really, but it's not major really. And do you know what? The reason it's not an issue and the reason it hasn't come up as, oh my God, they're running the market kind of thing is because they're don't control their own thing. So anything they buy will be multiplayer anyway. It'll be going across everything: PC, PlayStation, Xbox. So it doesn't really matter what they own. But it is surprising what they own for such a small company, because they're only worth about 9 billion, I think, as of February this year. And to say that they have 150 studios and they're only worth 9 billion is saying something. Yeah, that's a lot of studios
they are
to
really
own.
hands off,
And it's a lot of IPs.
Yeah, the studios they own aren't doing anything gigantic.
And I think that's why it's slipping by everyone shouting out monopoly, 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 when they own the most. But the thing is, they buy everything that's for sale. They've gone, we'll have it, we'll have it. And to get it for 300 million, which is the Square Enix Western group, so Square Enix have sold off the stuff that's not making them money, kept the Japanese stuff, of course, the Eastern market. And that's exactly what they've done. I mean, I think Tencent could make quite a big profit on reselling some of the Square Enix properties if they were so inclined. Like, I don't know, Crystal Dynamics, some other company, Sony or Microsoft actually wanted to buy Crystal Dynamics, they would probably sell them for more than the 300 million they paid for everything. So
part of it is
what do you do? I mean, no one's calling monopoly. Yeah.
Part of it is I think they truly are an investment group, so they don't really probably understand the gaming and what it would take to, they're going, hey, do this game, this will make us a lot of money. They're letting the publishers make those decisions themselves. Whereas if somebody like Microsoft or Sony got their hands on them, it'd be a little bit different.
Yeah,
or even Tencent. I mean,
yeah. Well, I don't know
where would you prefer it to go?
Either. Because Tencent has a lot just because they own a lot. They expect their investments to perform.
I think they've got something in the works. I think they've got some sort of company
what I'm
coming
saying
out
is,
that's going to be a console.
I don't think Tencent is sitting there either going, well, this game will make us money or this game will make us money. I don't think they get that involved.
Yeah. So do you know what? It's a win-win for everybody. So if Sony bought them, it would go direct to Sony. If Microsoft bought them, it'd go to Microsoft. So this to me is a win-win because it's going to be multi-plat. We're all going to get to play it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that with the Embracer Group getting this, I just think they're just gonna let them continue doing what they normally do, just like they did with THQ, right? With Saints Row. So like hands off, like you guys said, do whatever you want to do. We're just owning you guys because you're an investment and you'll pay off eventually. And what really bothers me and what I don't understand about this, right, is that Square Enix has been known to be a strong brand. They are a strong brand, but they're selling all this for $300 million so they can invest in blockchains. Like, they really think blockchains is going to take off for them right now when we don't even know what regulation might come down the pipeline for blockchain gaming yet. And is it going to be mobile blockchain gaming? And what's going to happen with their Japanese studios? Are they eventually going to sell to Sony? I don't know what's going on at Square Enix, but it's almost like I feel like it's self-sabotage.
Yeah, because they are taking a big risk because, we don't know what's going to happen with blockchain. I don't think it's, so if they could invest all this money, it could end up going down the road, it's like, oh, ooh, ouch,
Yeah.
The thing is as well, though, I don't kind of exactly. I don't think any of us get exactly how blockchain in gaming is going to work yet. It's not. I don't think it's been decided. There's been some areas, and there could be changes. So who knows what they know? I mean, I don't get. I understand what it is, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't get why it's going to be massive in gaming. I don't get why it's going to take off. It doesn't compute.
There's a lot of games coming out right now.
Really, are these game companies gonna? Yeah,
there's a lot of games coming out that you could get that you can actually gain cryptocurrency by playing them. Just by playing them, you earn cryptocurrency. There's quite a few out there.
What would that give the company? That's
part of that cryptocurrency. And if you're using a blockchain, could you potentially mining while you play? A lot of games like that already, but they're just not very great games to play.
Possibly.
I just don't know if that's what they're betting
Didn't think
on.
of it that way,
Making money by people mining cryptocurrencies by them playing their games.
Well, okay, that's an interesting twist.
Sense? Yeah, that makes sense. Like that's the way I'm thinking about it. Like that's why they're investing. They're selling off IPs to invest that $300 million somewhere else that will potentially make them more later by people playing their new games or something different. That's gaining cryptocurrency while you play.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, but the only thing then is what about minors, right? Like, is that going to affect minors being able to play those games if they're earning cryptocurrency in some countries? Couldn't that be seen as a downfall? I mean, there's a lot of speculation there of ifs. And, man, if Square Enix really screws up their brand off this, I'm going to be sorely disappointed because I love Dragon Quest Builders, right? And if that thing takes a dive because they made bad choices, I'm going to be so upset. That's like one game I actually enjoy. You know, Paul, you are a wise man. And you also like pineapples on your pizza. So
you are. What show I'm on, how I respond to that stuff.
I must ask you, with all your wiseness, how do you feel about NFTs?
I don't get the draw to them. I'm waiting to see what happens because it's still too early in their life cycle to be okay. This could work because I get some stuff on my feed that people are selling these pieces of digital art and stuff. I'm like, that's absolute crap. It's I don't understand why people would pay for that. And if I invest in something, I don't want it in digital form. I want it something I can physically hold and physically say I own this.
The nice thing about
for an investment purposes, a digital Mona Lisa is never going to hold the same value as if I actually saw the same thing. If I went to the Louvre in French and saw the Mona Lisa, that's a piece of art.
But in the metaverse, you will be going to a museum and then seeing those digital NFTs.
No, it's not the same. Sitting in my home in the metaverse is not the same as actually going to France or whatever. Never will be.
No, but for somebody who's disabled, but is that the best thing?
Well, yeah, then yeah, it's an.
I mean,
option.
wouldn't you love to do those types of things if you can't make those types of places? I guess that's a way to look at it as well.
But I'm still looking at it digitally. It's not the same as actually being there. It's like, yeah, I can see it. I can see, it looks cool, but it's still not the same thing, not the same experience. It's like they for virtual reality they have where you can go to like Walden Lake and stuff, which is cool, but you're still not going to get the smells and the textures and stuff. You just get the visual pleasure of it, but you don't get the actual experience of it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about picture-wise. It's not really, you're not really smelling the air of the museum, but I hear what you're saying. We're visiting touristy sites for it, but I just wondered. That's all. I didn't make a big thing about it. Just asking.
I don't see right now how all that's going to work because you can buy this NFT for this great outfit for this game, but it doesn't go anywhere besides that game. And I don't see it.
Yeah, the best virtual reality in the world, Infinite. You couldn't turn around and play those arcade games behind you, right? You couldn't go in there and touch and feel and smell and have the whole experience. However, if I turn around and picked up one of those books, it's there. It's physically.
No, I hear you guys,
there.
But I don't think
so
that.
I think that's. I have to agree with Paul.
I believe there's a lot of going digitally wise. That's all I was saying. There's a lot of companies investing billions and billions and billions into the metaverse all banking on stuff going virtually.
Yeah, and
There is a lot
let's
of
see-
money going into it. And if they have the
Right.
say to do it, they're gonna eventually what I don't know, like help us get there. Little by little,
But here's the
they will
thing.
coast us to that area, right?
we
they'll make
know
us go
about this,
follow.
but companies and stuff make a lot of big money investments into technologies and things that never come to fruition. This just happens.
Yeah,
to
but
be
this
one
is just
that-
one or two companies doing it. This is a
No,
conglomerate
but what I'm saying now, wait, let
of
me finish.
companies.
What I'm saying is this happens a lot of things behind doors that we never hear about. We just happen to know about this one. Doesn't mean a lot of this stuff, even parts of it may come true, but parts of it where they're investing all this money, nothing may come of it. So it's a risk. It's a risky investment, and they know that. But that's what they do. That is how we get newer technology. I'm just saying right now, I don't think it's there.
I don't think it's there either.
I don't think
the
the security systems are in place to protect those investments yet. There's a lot that I still question.
Okay.
Very well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that really wraps it up on that topic, right? There's not much more else to say. This is the Embrace
That's what
Group.
you get for asking me. That's what you get for asking me these kind of questions. Especially since how I feel about some of this stuff.
Either
Yeah.
you think it's gonna go there, or you don't think it's gonna go there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the other thing I want to talk about is the fact that, Fortnite, the free-to-play game, is now accessible through Xbox Game Pass. Is anyone excited about that? You guys gonna hop on Game Pass, play some Fortnite in the cloud anytime soon? I know Infinite. I'd like to see you in the Doctor Strange skin so you could play.
I don't understand why this was a big deal. I mean, is it already on mobile? I mean, isn't it like playing in the cloud? Because
Yeah, but now you
how big is Fortnite on your phone? I mean, a couple gigs.
Yeah,
it's gonna be pretty good, but it's having that that whole Xbox UI involved, isn't it? I mean, it's not massive. It's not a massive thing, but it's if you do.
Oh wait,
I mean, if you do
right? Hold on, Paris.
You don't share skins
correcting me.
Platform, so
Game Pass is not needed.
Yeah. It's been free to play forever.
So, Paris, in the chat, then can you explain a little bit what that means? Because you have to open up the Game Pass launcher. Because the article, I had a hard time understanding it 100%. I thought that it was something with Game Pass and Fortnite free to play in the cloud. But I would assume unless it's running on Xbox Azure servers. No, wait, you play Infinite. You play this on your iPhone as it is?
The cloud? Yeah. You bookmark the link and then you just click on it. It's like having the app already there. Like it creates an icon on your screen, and then you click on the cloud and you can play your games on the cloud on your phone. I haven't played Fortnite on my phone through the cloud, but I played the cloud on my iPhone.
Okay.
I just responded to Dread. He said you could bypass Apple. But I played on that whatchamacallit. I don't know how I guess I misunderstood him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and reread the article. I mean, Paul, have you read anything into this when I posted the article?
I just saw it today, and I haven't had a chance really. I was recovering from yesterday. Yesterday was a long day for me.
So Satya's tweet says, we're partnering with Epic Games to make Fortnite available with Xbox Cloud Gaming as we build on our commitment to use the power of the cloud to bring great games to more people across more devices. So you just need a Microsoft account?
Yeah, pretty much sounds like it.
Okay. I'm watching the video now. But I mean, play for free at so xbox.com/play. You just need a Microsoft account.
And they're actually opening up a window into that game from the Microsoft account. Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty genius. No, that's really good because in some places, otherwise, you might not be able to play the game. And you can play without Game Pass in the future. He's saying you don't need Game Pass at all. You just hop onto Xbox.com, play, have a Microsoft account, and then launch Fortnite.
Yeah, against your will, it will
much,
launch Fortnite. No.
No, Paul, you got to get good. I mean, you know what?
Oh, ooh. Use them nasty
Ouch.
words with me. Do not use them nasty words.
I'll be back in 20 minutes. I'll just gonna.
Are you gonna try it out? Is that
You got to go take a poo or
yeah,
what?
yeah. No, just because I thought Paul was going to off when you said get good.
Oh, yeah.
Paul. These poor little ears couldn't take it. You know what I mean? It's
Okay.
Get good.
No, I think that's really cool. I'm watching the video now, and I understand a little bit more now that Paris is described in the chat. So that's good. That opens up opportunity for a lot of people that might not have that access to play it. And I wonder if it helps people bypass certain restrictions in areas in a legal kind of manner. And Dreadpool's having some issues with his iPhone, so hopefully that gets worked out as well. So, the Xbox Bethesda Showcase is coming up. It has no official runtime. The rumor is like 90 minutes is roughly what is usually around the showcases. Some people are thinking it could go as long as 3 hours. But apparently, according to information from other podcasts, and I believe Xbox 2 podcasts as well, they're saying that all the studios at Xbox submitted stuff to get their stuff shown at the Xbox Bethesda Showcase. So there's going to be a lot of stuff there, not just Bethesda stuff. And you guys listen to a lot of different shows, read a lot of different news. I want to go to Infinite on this one because he's a pretty good gamer. He beats everything without Game Genie, retro games especially. Is there anything that you really want to see at the showcase?
I'd like to see more. Everything they showed us for during E3 last year. I want some updates. So at least on Contraband. I mean, that should be a part, right? Are they going that with them? Is that going to be a part of the showcase, or should be, right?
Xbox Game Studios, pretty much.
Just Game Studios, yeah. Then not really. Not at the moment. Not that I can think of.
Animate it.
Do you know what? There's a few things I think we ought to see. There's a few things I'm excited that I want to see. I mean, it's been so long since we've seen anything of Forza. The rumor is that Forza's coming out this year. We know it's in playtesting. I have registered and never got invited. 1010, email me. But yeah, may have to message Dan Greenwald on Xbox. See if he can get me in, maybe. There's obviously Forza. I want to see that because I'm a racing fan. I've been looking forward to that. They held it back a few years. The rumors are that it's coming this year. Hopefully, we see at least some gameplay on that. And it depends what's actually coming out. This coming year to the next 8 to 10 months, right? Because it's been a little bit quiet on some of the things we were shown. I mean, I don't want to see the same Fable video. If Fable's going to show up, I want to see something different. Not the same thing. There's loads. You've caught me on the spot, really. Xbox Game Studios. What else? That vampire game. If that's coming out this year, I think it's supposed to be. What was it called?
Yep.
Yeah, some more on that.
Redfall.
Yeah. Of course, we had a lot of CGI videos and not a lot of gameplay. So if you've brought in CGI videos before, don't bring another CGI video. Give us a little bit of gameplay, even if it's just a couple of minutes, just so we can see. Oh, do you know what? That looks really, really good. I really want to play that because that's what's going to bring me in. That's what's going to keep me interested. I'm not going to name all the games because there's too many to list, unfortunately.
Do you think they'll give us a date for Fable for finally? Right? Think they'll give us a date?
No.
Official date? No.
Nope.
Season?
Fable? No.
Year?
I think they'll give you probably maybe quarter
a
year.
year, a year and a quarter.
All right, here we go.
And it's going to be. It's not going to be. I don't.
There's nothing really I'm excited about that's coming out.
I want it to be next year. It's not going to be. I think it'll be like quarter 1, 24. I don't know. It's just a feeling I've got. But who knows? I mean, there's so many games I could list as I want to see. Definitely Forza because I want Forza out this year. Definitely this year. Next couple of months, hopefully. But we'll see.
See, I like Forza, but I'm not a simulation fan anymore. There's nothing not anymore. When I was younger, of course, but not simulation driving anymore.
I really like it.
I know you guys. I know a lot of you guys like that Forza. It's a good game. I'm not knocking it. I just don't know what else could be exciting that they're going to give us announcements on. More trailers. That's about. Maybe we'll see some gameplay for Fable. Anybody think so? That's probably the only thing I want to hear any information on is this Fable. That's the only thing we haven't heard information on, right?
Maybe not gameplay. Just something what they're doing with it. Just some sort of, I don't know, areas you're going to be able to play. I don't know, just some sort of, just something with Fable, because obviously I played the old Fables to death. Massive Fable fan. I know Playground were having issues with it. I believe. I can't remember who said that. And you know what? I think it's still a way out because obviously Playground are going from Forza Horizon, which is an open world racer. Fair enough, they're going into an open world, and it doesn't have to move 1,000,000 miles an hour, but not 1,000,000, but 200 miles an hour, and they can slow it down. But I'm sure they're going to have difficulty with approaching that type of game from a studio standpoint. Of course, they're going to, but it all depends on who they've brought on board. Because I do believe they've brought on quite a lot of old Lionhead Studio employees, which would help. There's a couple of Lionhead employees from back in the day that I follow on Twitter who have said, "I'm now working at Playground Games." It's not a massive amount, but there's at least 2 or 3 that I follow that I think, yeah, fair enough. Level designers, art directors, that kind of thing, and yeah.
Okay. Paul.
Yo, Starfield.
That's it. That's all you want is Starfield. Nothing else.
Well, we've seen the story that they basically every studio says they have something to show at the showcase. So I'm just ready to sit back and enjoy the show. Seriously, But yeah, Starfield's the only one that I really, really, really want to see that's coming out of Microsoft. Not that there aren't other games I'm excited about, but that's the one that I'm most hyped for.
Okay.
See, I'm in the camp that never gets excited until I've seen something. So
yeah, I'm pretty much the same way.
Likewise, yeah.
Even the games I've seen, I think, oh, really, really want to play that, and then 6 to 8 months later, if nothing's come out, it's like, yeah. I mean, the only reason I'm excited for Starfield, which I'm massively excited for, so excited that I have taken a week off work for the launch date. Yeah, it's already booked. And the Harry Potter, because Starfield, because it's Bethesda's big thing, and I love Bethesda's big stuff, even when they come out and they're a little bit buggy, little bit been sometimes understated. Okay, so I've played all the Skyrims and all the Elder Scrolls, all the Fallouts except the early 2 or 3. Early 2, played 3 and 4. All that kind of stuff, I love it. I absolutely love them. So Starfield, I really want to see, massively so, but I'm not going to get my hopes up and get excited because I don't want disappointment. So I'll get excited when I see it, if that makes sense.
You hit me on one spot. Not it's not Microsoft related, but the Harry Potter. actually started listening to the audiobooks because I've been seeing the gameplay and seeing some stuff that's been going on, and everybody else getting excited about it. I've been getting hype about it. So I've seen the movies, but I started listening to the audiobooks at work as I do it. I'm on book number 5 now. I think it's a Phoenix, right? But that's it. But just want to let you know, touch on that. I'm excited about that too. I'm with you on that one, brother. I'm excited.
The thing is, you've seen some gameplay.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You're right.
You've seen the world, and that's captured your imagination. Thinking, I can imagine myself in that world.
Yes.
You can't then go back to the Fable CGI trailer and think, oh, I can imagine playing that, because you don't know what it is.
Absolutely
And that's why we need to see some sort of, this is what's coming out very soon. This is what you're going to be playing, and then people like me, Infinite, and even Paul will get excited by it. And then we'll keep being excited about it until it comes out. And we'll be telling our friends, saying, you've got to play this when it comes out. Guess what? Guess what's coming out next week? And that's what we'll do. So, with that said, what about you, clowns? What are you excited for?
Well, trying to get rid of this private chat thing there that popped up from Infinite. But I'm excited for Starfield. Yeah, I got to say that I'm very curious to see how this plays out. I'm a huge fan of Bethesda, and I really hope it's like, and I might be getting my hopes too high up, but I'm hoping it's like Skyrim in space. Now, I'm not a big space guy. However, I did end up liking No Man's Sky. And if it has that typical Fallout Elder Scrolls formula to it, I'm probably going to like it a lot, and I might get stuck in it for a while. On top of that, I really would like to see something more about Fable. Fable is my favorite franchise of all time for Xbox. I really want to see something more than a frog eat a fairy on that. So hopefully we get there.
I know we're going a little bit third party now, but did you ever play Outer Worlds, clowns?
Yes.
Yes, that was very much that was very much Fallout in space, was it not?
Yeah, but art style is a little bit different, but yeah.
Yeah. So, do you reckon we could see something on Outer Worlds 2? Because that's coming to Xbox. I know, it's Xbox Studios. However, do you think we could see something on that? Because it has been announced. It's been in development for a while.
Yeah, we could see something on that actually. I think that's very possible. It's probably a good place to show it for Microsoft. It fills up some time slot. Although I don't put as much of high priority on that as I do some other stuff. However, it's going to fill up space and fans want to see it. I'm not the only fan out there, so it deserves to be seen. It's a great series, and the sequel is going to be great. But, I also think we might see a little bit of stuff from Gears. Maybe some future stuff from Halo Infinite. And I wonder if it's really going to be all games at this point, because, Satya has been teasing about this Microsoft Metaverse for a while now. And we all know that Microsoft has expanded its portfolio. We're still waiting for the Activision Blizzard deal to go through. And what if we see some future stuff about games? I mean, not games, but like TV shows based on games. You think anything like that's a possibility?
Sort of the roadmap where Microsoft / Xbox are going with their IPs and things. Is that what you mean? The kind of roadmap they're taking. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. That'd be interesting. It really would, because we all know that the roadmap's already set out and they know what they're doing for the next gazillion years with everything they've got. But yeah, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. But where they go with that, again, I can't get excited about something I've never seen. So it's for me, it's very difficult to guess, and I'd loathe to guess and get it. Do you know what? I think I'm right, and then on the day be so wrong. I'm disappointed with the rest of the show. That's just the camp I sit in, dude. Unfortunately, but it's very interesting that Invader Gaming in the chat, hello Invader, says he's looking forward to Avowed, and hopefully Avowed comes. I don't think we'll see a lot on Avowed because it's that big fantasy kind of game, and that focus this year needs to be on Starfield. That's just an opinion, of course, but the big fantasy game for me, well, that kind of thing that has to be on Starfield on the Bethesda showcase. Well, Avowed's a good shout. I'd like to see a little bit of that, but I doubt it.
Okay.
No, they could, because even though Starfield might be the focus, they know that not everybody's going to want to be a Starfield fan, and people are looking forward to Avowed. So they could do something on Avowed. I think Starfield's going to sell itself. I mean, at this point, at least initially. If it turns out to be a clunker, then we'll have issues. But, so I mean,
either you're blurry, Paul, or my glasses have really steamed up.
no, my camera's acting up.
Paul is, you know what? He's shifting in time there. He's going in the future, come back to tell us what is going to be in the
No.
showcase.
It's okay, chat. It's okay. It's fine. It's all good. You haven't got your beer goggles on.
I don't know
He
why.
really is that pretty. It's fine.
It's funny. Autofocus is not auto-focusing. So
There you go. There you go. Beautiful.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Not sure.
we'll probably get the updates on any of the updates for Minecraft Dungeons. That was a good game that came out. There hasn't been any updates on that, but there's announcements for that, wasn't there?
It's had a. It didn't have an update last week.
Did it have the update already?
There's been an update on Minecraft Dungeons last week, I believe.
There you
It was
go.
on Major Nelson's podcast on last Wednesday. We were
Okay.
playing it
Oh, there we go.
because Rebecca Gordius, who reports with them, she works for Minecraft. So Larry and Jeff are actually playing the new update, I believe. So the Minecraft Dungeons update is out, and it does look really good. I've not played it in a couple of months, so I might revisit and see what's what. I'm very early in the game though.
Think we'll get any updates for Sea of Thieves?
I think so, yeah, because Sea of
Think
Thieves...
they're working on anything? They seem to be continuously working on the game, Rare.
Yeah,
Just
I
whenever
think...
they'll announce something.
I think we will, because it seems like Sea of Thieves has always got like new stories coming out, and I think they're trying to expand it to keep players interested in the game. So I think it's definitely a possibility. And Sea of Thieves is one of Xbox's strongest games as a service. I mean, let's face it, people love playing
Well,
that.
games as a service, then. Think we'll get any updates on State of Decay 3 then, or Fallout 76?
That's another good question.
I mean,
Fallout
you're
76.
asking. I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask the question as well.
Bethesda,
I
yeah.
mean, any other? I mean, I think they just came out with a new one for Elder Scrolls Online, so I don't think we'll see any updates on that one. But I mean, games as a service wise, there's plenty of options to pick from. I mean, that is the way we're going, right?
I wonder, will we get another Fallout announced?
That'd
Could
be
at least
nice.
get you might at
No.
least get an announcement, but
No,
you maybe
because
won't get anything more
I
than
loved
that.
Fallout 76. I don't know why everybody disliked it when it came out. I knew what I was looking at.
Because especially when it launched, there was nothing in it.
That was the point of it. It was
See,
for you to develop it yourself.
When
No, it
When-
was,
I
when
bought
Fallout,
the collector's edition on that. I enjoyed every minute I played by myself because nobody else wanted to play.
so when
but
Fallout launched,
real quick though, are you still playing it though?
go on.
No, I've played them all out. I'm already done. I played through the new when they updated it with the all the NPCs because there was no NPCs originally. But I played through all the new character, made a new character, played through all the storyline, and then I'm done now. But yes, I did
What I
go
was
back
gonna
and
say
play
was,
it when it updated.
Fallout 76 has always been one of those I wanted to go to, but when it launched, I was too busy into other things at the time. I was like, oh, I can't start another Fallout. I was in Fallout 4. I was in Skyrim. I can't go to another big game like that. And then you get these reports
I play
that
with
say,
it with guys.
actually, it's a buggy mess. Don't bother. Never bothered. And I've always feared of going into it thinking, should I? The same as Elder Scrolls Online went into that early on as well. And I've been told go into it now, and you'll be fine. But I've just standoffish and go, it's been too long.
Yeah, that's the
really
same way I feel about State of Decay too. Like I played it for a very short period of time, and again, it was great for what it was. Does it really get any more play anymore? Probably not, right? Probably a lot like Fallout 76. Probably has that same dedicated player group, and that's about it. So they have to announce something new, or either how like my idea is like they do with State of Decay 3. They're always announcing what's coming up next because they're going to continue to was a good word for it, support it. But I don't know how much longer they're going to support Fallout 76 either.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Fallout 76. It does really have a diehard base, though. It really does have that diehard niche base, and I don't know if it's strong enough to keep it going. That is the question, because it had a really bad launch, unfortunately.
So, and like State of Decay 2 had the same issues. I mean, I think that it's a whole new realm of playing the game, and I just think that obviously just haven't hammered out a lot of the bugs.
Yeah,
I've just thought of something else. I've just thought of. I'm just thinking. Let's have a look at who we haven't seen for a while. We need to see more Hellblade 2.
Yeah,
we need to see more
we haven't
Hellblade
seen
2.
any of that, have we?
We saw that
E3?
that small gameplay demo. We need,
That was it.
It's been.
I haven't even heard an update.
8 months.
Yeah, they haven't tweeted nothing. They've been quiet, haven't they?
That's good. They've been working on stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but we
By the
need
way,
like a release date or something. Or
no offense, but I really do hate it when players say we need to see. No, we
don't.
We don't. We might like to
I'd
see,
like
but
to
we
see.
don't
I'd
need
like
to
to
see
see.
shit.
I don't need anything. It's a turn of phrase, dude. I don't need anything.
I know.
I would like to see.
I can tell you one thing we'll definitely see. We will definitely get some more idea on that Indiana Jones game.
Yeah.
Yes. So, wow, I didn't even think about that, man.
Movie's coming out, so that game's going to drop along with release, right?
Yeah, I think we'll also we might see some of the because some of those studios are also working on some of the new Star Wars titles, so we may at least get some basic information on some of that.
Yeah, 2023, Indiana Jones 5 comes out, so I mean that's coming up here in the next 6 months, right? At least next year. So I think we'll definitely see some gameplay on that. Not gameplay, but we'll see something on it anyways. Definitely we'll see something for Indiana Jones. That hits us a lot. Our age group, the I don't want to say we're the majority of players, but the majority of players with money. I think we definitely are excited about that, and I think they're going to have an awesome launch just because it's Indiana Jones.
Well, the question I have is, sorry, clowns. The question I have is, right, they always seem to finish on a little bit of a surprise. What do you think the surprise could be this year to finish with? No, what do you think? What would you like the surprise to be? Would you?
Can this be anything? Can we just go out there and just get crazy with this? Can we just be completely
poetic
crazy?
License, clowns. Poetic license.
Okay.
That means yes, by the way.
Okay. So, for them to end this in a crazy, exciting way, I want to see Fable drop day and date at the end of the show. Right there, right then, in Game Pass. And I want to play Fable.
I missed what he said. My brain couldn't interpret it. What game?
Fable.
Yeah, it's not happening.
It's not.
That's why my brain
head
went
out the clouds.
My brain. Oh, Ghostwire Tokyo. When's that coming out?
Not sure.
I just hit my head as well. Let's see.
Crispy Bomb says, Infisto, where are you at in the chat?
Here right now. What's up?
While Infinite's looking that up, Paul, what do you think it's going to end on?
I wouldn't be surprised if they do give us something for a day and date drop, but I don't know what it's going to be. But it would be nice.
Yeah, day and date drop.
Yep.
Fortnite Battle. No, I'm sorry. Halo Infinite Battle Royale.
Oh, there's a bomb they already dropped. Yeah. Not into that. That's not my thing, though. I hope people that are into it enjoy it.
You know, animated, you've got me thrown for a loop here. I honestly, you know, my far out poetic moment would be Fable, but if I was to stay within reason, if I was to stay in reason, maybe a secret project of the next Killer Instinct.
Who would develop that though, Clowns? That's a problem. Because obviously NetherRealm is now Embracer, I think. Isn't they part of Square Enix? No, is it?
No, they're part of WB.
I can't remember. Warner Brothers, that's it. Sorry, yeah. NetherRealm's Warner Brothers, yeah. And the last guys that were on it is Iron Galaxy, I want to say. Could be wrong. They were taken up by someone else, and so who would make a Killer Instinct?
Crispy says no. Crispy just says flat out no. He's like, it's not happening, Clowns. You're wrong, 100%.
He also says I look like Ozzy, which I'm going to take as an insult. So,
and Crispy also said the coalition, they are working on a project they haven't announced yet. He is 100% right on that.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean,
I'm sorry I missed that, buddy, but you're absolutely right. I don't know if they'll drop anything for Gears info-wise, but they are working on an unannounced IP, right? Or a project. I don't want to say IP. I don't know if it's new or old or what it is, but he's right. They are working on something. And he's 100% right. It's not 90%. It's 100% correct.
I would say, Crispy, if you're saying if Microsoft was to purchase, right, would I rather have WB or Square Western? I would say WB because I like the licenses WB has. I think that WB has some pretty awesome licenses. Not because they can make superhero games like Batman and all that stuff and throw it out there that other people are throwing out. I just think that in general they have some really good stuff. And I would like to see like Shadow of Mordor, the Nemesis system, technology owned by Xbox Game Studios. Yeah,
Nemesis system, yes.
And NetherRealm as well, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I mean that's another great franchise. It's like the best fighting game franchise right now. That every update it gets better and better.
Well, let's be fair. If they had NetherRealm, they could do a Mortal Kombat / Killer Instinct crossover as well, couldn't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, they could.
That'd be an awesome game.
Shout out to Yobi in the chat. He says Fable surprise drop. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know you're 100% right on that one. Probably. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I can dream. I have a dream of Fable.
Infinite having a stroke in chat.
That was the cat, I think, wasn't it? Infinite. I saw you.
Yeah, it was. It was a cat. It's been all over the entire time. Any other time he doesn't want to cuddle, but now he wants to cuddle, right? I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Saw you grab the cat and just go. I think you've got Clowns. You've got more chance of Forza dropping day and date rather than Fable because we don't know anything about that, and we all know Forza's imminent.
Are they said anything about Everwild lately? I haven't been following. It's not.
I don't know what's going on.
But
is that even? I don't know what's happening with that.
The last thing I heard about Everwild was even Rare don't know what they want to do with it. So I think that went to back to the drawing board and think, let's have another rethink. It looked okay, but as a concept video, it looked very nice and looked as a CGI trailer looked good. But what that game was anyone's guess. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
it was like an open world Viva Pinata. Let's be fair.
Yeah, that's what it looked like, right?
Could we get another...
I might. You know what? I'm gonna play Viva Pinata next Tuesday. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Is that 20? Is that 20 years old though? I don't think so.
Oh, it's definitely retro.
Oh, that's right. 10 years is the rule Jay gives it. 10 years.
Well, was it?
I give it 2 2 systems prior. So 360 now is retro. We're good.
Wasn't Viva Pinata around the launch of the one?
360.
The one?
No, 360.
Was it 360?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
360. There's two.
Yeah.
Because I know there was
versions.
one of the
Yeah.
I thought it was one of those games that they did that had connect abilities at some point.
It might have. You might be able to play it on your. You might. They came. I think they gave it an upgrade maybe on the 1X maybe, but that's about.
Do you know what? If you are interested in playing Viva Pinata, it's a really good, relaxing.
Oh,
game you can play in the cloud.
I played the
play on the
crowd.
cloud.
Oh, I didn't know you played on the cloud. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's on the cloud. It's on the cloud.
Touch controls? Is it touch controls?
Yep, it's one of the players with touch. Yeah, I play it at work on break. Yeah,
I know what I'm doing at work tonight. I'm just gonna say, beat me to it.
Hold on. I gotta say,
I'm gonna play it on break. All right.
I gotta say something in the chat. Nightbot got out of hand, and Nightbot has been removed as a moderator. It automatically timed Yobi out for 5 seconds. So Nightbot, go check yourself. You've been removed because I don't appreciate that.
I can't use my account Nightbot anymore. Why can't I type there? I can't type on my account Nightbot.
No, Nightbot is just a bot. It's.
I know. I just kidding. I was acting like it was my account.
Yeah,
I'm the one timed his ass out.
I removed Nightbot. You could time out Nightbot if you want. I'm pretty upset that it did that to Yobi. Yobi, you can tell it to go screw off and eat a sandwich at PK's house or something. So, let's go to this other topic here. Xbox mobile app rolls out new stories feature for sharing game clips, screenshots, and more. And the Microsoft app is being updated with a share and view like Snapchat like stories. Now, I want to go to Paul on this because I think Paul is into tech, right?
Yeah.
Infinite screen came up over Paul's face again. So Paul's into this new age tech stuff, and he's Snapchatting all day. Like he's on. I see Paul on his phone like this, and he's Snapchatting, and he's like, "Hey, people, this is Pineapple Paul. I'm on Snapchat. Like and share, subscribe." Paul, how do you feel about the Snapchat like features coming to Xbox mobile app?
You are taking your life in your hands when you're going to meet me so soon after doing all this crap. No, don't care. I do have Snapchat. I actually do have a Snapchat account, but the friend I used to use it with to communicate with, he is no longer with us. So I really have no reason to go back there. So there you go. Some of the features are cool though, I guess. I mean, I depends on what features they're going to use because I mean, Snapchat was basically just another way to quickly get a hold of somebody, and it was a little bit better than as far as getting a hold of me. It was a better way than like even sometimes texting me because it made a very specific sound that told me, oh, somebody's trying to get my attention. Then I can block them just as quick. No, I really don't know. It depends on how they do it. Snapchat also had the video calls and stuff. I really don't want that happening over my Xbox. No. I'm on camera enough. I don't need video calls coming across my console.
Well, you can actually use Skype for that anyway. So you just have to open Skype on your if that's what you want. But
I've never used Skype on my console. So
I think it has more to do with the Xbox app, isn't it? On the phone, is it, or is it on the PC, clowns?
I think it's more to do on the phone, the way the article describes it.
Yeah. So if you can do stories and stuff, and you can share clips, if you could just pin a couple of clips together and pop it out to one of your friends, I'm all for that. That's a good jaunt for me. Just check out what I did with a little video. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I'd like to be able to do that with. Well, I do share out my videos now, but it's not always accessible. So if they're updating the app, I'm all for it. Because the app was good, then they killed it. They took achievements off, and then they put achievements back, and then they're still not putting it back to how it was. But as long as they keep modifying the app, the more I'll use it. So for me, it's a good idea. And to do stories on it, yeah, cool. If I can quickly get my videos that I record on my Xbox, yeah, why not? Straight off the cloud. I like it.
Yeah, I don't use the app a whole lot. Part of that's because I'm not out of the house a whole lot. So to be fair, but that's me. That's why a lot of this stuff doesn't affect me because I don't have a use for a lot of the mobile abilities. I'm never that far from my computer. You know, it's like just the way it is.
Okay. Infinite, I think, is getting the door, or he tripped on his way to the door. Maybe Snapchatting Paul right now as we speak. He's probably like, "Yo,
Yeah, he's like,
Snapchatting the Xbox
I'm
mobile
gonna
app,
I'm gonna
Paul."
see. Infinite has added you as a friend is gonna pop up on my Snapchat any minute now. Yeah.
So, some positive gaming news, right? Reggie, and I'm sorry, buddy. I'm gonna butcher your name because I'm bad at names. Reggie Fils-Aimé. Anyway,
Wow.
how do you say it, Paul? Correct me.
I don't know, but you're just torturing whatever it is.
What? Maybe I said it right and Paul doesn't know what he's talking about. So anyway, he came out with a book about his experiences in the game industry. And I think one thing that was really interesting about this is that I never knew this fact about Reggie, is that, he grew up in the Bronx. And I think, any story where you come from the Bronx to where he went and he was a door opener for many people. I think that's amazing, especially going in Nintendo. He was talking about how he was he was the only black guy at a funeral in Japan. In one of his quotes, like, that to me is just amazing. It says how much potential that Reggie has and how much of a talented and smart guy he was to be able to get up there, get that job, and lead Nintendo to, a good place where it is today. Because at one point after the Wii U, it was ultimately gonna who knows where it would have went. People were taking those things in the bathroom, and that thing was dying. So, Infinite, while you were gone, right? We Nightbot timed out by Infinite. Nice. So while you were gone, we were talking about Xbox rolling out Snapchat-like stories in the mobile app, Infinite. Are you going to be using this to Snapchat Paul at all hours of the night?
No.
Good.
Are you going to use
good,
this?
finally.
Are you going to use this at all?
No.
No.
Do you ever use your Xbox app while you're at work or anything like that? Not to stream and stuff. Do you ever use the Xbox app? Because I do check out what my friends are doing.
That's about it. To see who's playing what before I jump on. Like before I come down to the basement, I'll jump on Xbox app real quick, take a look to see who's playing what and who's in a party.
But you wouldn't share your videos through it, anything like that? Nah. Fair enough.
I don't share videos now. You got to be good to do that.
I do sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll get lucky, and then that's about it.
No, I rarely. I used to screenshot a lot. I mean, now that button's like right there, so I screenshot a hell of a lot when I don't even mean to. That button is a little too close to my thumb.
Yeah,
but
trying to every time you try and hit pause, right?
Yeah, not even pause. Every time I'm struggling, I hit it. But
yeah,
no,
screenshot has been saved. You're like, shit.
I know a lot of people do, so it's gonna. I'm sure it'll be valued to a lot of people, but it's not gonna be valued to me.
Okay,
fair enough.
I mean, yeah, you're not hip. That's Infinite. I'm sorry, you just
gotta be an old man.
Yeah, you're just not hip, right?
Every time my son plays on my Xbox, I'm like, I hit my controller. Turn it back. I don't know what you did. Just turn it back. Put it back. Put my settings back right now. Every time.
Now, I'm gonna move on to another topic here before we start closing out. But I think this is to be really expected, right? PlayStation is looking to acquire an acquisition manager. I think that everybody that is a large company right now is looking to acquire things, right? Like every game company, like Xbox, Nintendo, Sony, Embracer Group, not Square Enix though. They're not looking to acquire anything except blockchains. But Yeah, so are you guys surprised the PlayStation is doing this to acquire, or looking to acquire an acquisition manager? And would you apply for the position? Like, let me ask you that. Would you apply for the position? Do you feel qualified to tell them who they should acquire? Anybody?
Yeah.
Somebody?
We all are. We all are. As in any job, you have your opinions and saying you need these guys. You do it by looking at statistics and overviews, don't you? So yeah, I'm qualified.
There you go.
It's all about the numbers, dude. It's all about the numbers and what they bring in and stuff, and looking at the overview. Yeah. However, acquisitions manager is a little bit vague because what kind of acquisitions? Is it studio acquisitions? Is it third-party acquisitions? Is it DLC acquisitions? What kind of manager is it? There's a lot of acquisitions within the gaming realm that it could be anything of those things. It might be timed DLC acquisitions, for all you know, or timed exclusive acquisitions. We just don't know what an acquisitions manager is going to do.
So
It doesn't say studio acquisitions manager, does it?
So what it's saying is that it's director of corporate development, responsible for identifying inorganic growth opportunities through acquisitions, investments, or joint ventures.
So that sounds like games and stuff like that. Yeah.
Joint ventures. Yeah, timed exclusives to me. That's what that says to me. It seriously does. It's like they're saying we can't compete with the big boys. Let's keep those timed exclusives coming. Let's get some more people in to secure them. But that's just me trying to read between the lines. I'm not in that kind of industry, so again, it's only my opinion, but still, that's what I take from that sentence is. There could be a bit of both. Although it could be the manager to manage the people that do the acquisitions, for all we know. It might be the manager of all of it to oversee it.
Jay said, anybody acknowledge him? We all did, Jay. Were you listening? Maybe Jay wasn't listening.
Yeah,
were you
right
listening,
at the
Jay?
beginning of the show, Jay. Right at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, we all said hello to you. Like, what? You gotta listen. What are you listening to? Some AC/DC? You listening to some Motley Crue? Anything but Metallica?
Probably listen to a better podcast.
Wow, Infinite, just killing my hopes and dreams. Right there, you're killing me. Yeah, so that's basically what it is with the joint ventures and in probably, like you guys said, different exclusives, maybe buying up investment firms that invest in games. If that's what they call it, Jay, walking the dogs these days, I hear you.
Do you know what? Let's just sort of have a little look. What are Sony worth as a company? Is it is billions, right?
Yes.
It is. It's in the single billions, 7 to 10 billion, maybe 12 billion, whatever. Look at what Embracer Group have done with their 9 billion. Yeah. So maybe they are looking to take on that kind of thing. Because we did discuss earlier about Embracer saying they've got 150 studios, they're only worth 9 billion. I say only, like it's fucking pocket change. It's not, is it? Let's be fair. But when you're talking company rich, that's when you're talking Tencent, Microsoft, and the bigger companies in the world, that's a couple of billion, 9 to 10 billion is not a lot. But they have 150 studios. Maybe PlayStation's gone, do you know what? We're worth about as much as them. Maybe we can start getting... Why didn't we get Square Enix for 300 million?
No, wait, is PlayStation worth as much as them, or is Sony worth as much as them? Remember, there is a distinct difference.
There's a distinctive difference, but I'm sure that PlayStation could go to Sony and say, I think Mr. Ryan is clever enough to get more money out of Sony than what PlayStation's worth, kind of thing, because isn't PlayStation their biggest earner at the moment, or something along those lines? Because it used to be TVs, it's not anymore. But I'm sure that
it depends on. It might be their movie studios. Remember, they do the movie thing too.
Do you know what? Mr. Ryan is clever enough. He's a money man at the end of the day. I'm sure he's clever enough to say, "Look, this is a good deal. Let's get this." And maybe they're looking for something like that because, Sony / PlayStation, whoever, they are worth billions at the end of the day. Let's not throw them out of the ballpark. So maybe they are looking to sort of take after what the Embracer Group are doing and sneakily taking on smaller studios. Or, I mean, geez, look at 300 million for the Western division of Square Enix. Let's just take that into account. That's massive.
Yeah.
Well, it's cheap for what they've got. And they could probably sell that on for more down the road or whatever they want to do, but their investment group. And maybe Sony's thinking, PlayStation are thinking, let's do the same thing. And who could have got them there? Maybe they realised they haven't got the right person in place. I can only, this is only conjecture at this point. I can only guess. I'm just throwing out the possibility that's, a possibility. Who knows? Sorry.
No, you're good.
I went off on one there. Sorry.
So, one of the last things that I thought was kind of interesting, and to be honest with you guys, I think this is more of a political tactic, because it was, this whole Activision Blizzard merger thing. One of the small percentage shareholders that tried to stop it was a union investment group, right? So
Yep.
Now there's a new lawsuit alleging Activision CEO Bobby Kotick used Microsoft's sale to escape liability. And guess who's doing the lawsuit? The New York City Employee Retirement and Pension Fund. What does that sound like? Politics to me, to be honest with you. And I don't know why they would do this, because it seems like everybody would benefit from the sale of Activision, and Microsoft would clean house.
Right. And just because they're selling it doesn't mean that he can get away with anything, because, you can still press charges or whatever. What the heck?
He can still be civilly sued, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So.
Yeah.
I think somewhere in the fine print I read, and I may have misunderstood because I'm not a financial guy, that this fund thing, the New York fund, are actually investors within the company.
Yeah, a lot of companies
So that
they invest. They use the investment to back their IRAs or whatever. Yeah.
So what it says to me is they're saying you sold it for too cheap. We need more money. It does scream politics. It really does. But
that's what the investment group was saying before. But the thing is, the fact that it actually sold for more money than the stock was worth at the time. They actually gave it a higher stock price for the sale than it was at the time. So we
said that last show. It was like 32% higher than what the current stock price, and it's only a few dollars less than the top price of the stock. The stock I've topped out like $101. They're offering like 98. So even before all this happened, they're almost receiving just as much as the highest stock price ever was for it. So they're not getting a bad deal.
No, they're not. It's just
and Microsoft really isn't that good of a deal either. I think it's a fair deal both ways.
Yeah, it's just investors thinking they could have got more when really they couldn't.
No, it was the Activision. It was ruled like 96% of the vote was to approve it. So that was the best price they were going to get, because that stock was going to continuously drop. As news releases, that stock would have continually dropped, but it hasn't, because they know that it's going to be acquired by Microsoft. So the stock has not dropped.
And it's the only reason it hadn't. It kind of stabilized.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much I agree with you guys. Animated, any thoughts on this?
Not any more than I've already given, no.
Okay. Well, before we get out of here, I'm just going to ask you guys.
Yeah, go
on. Mike says, I want to know more about the Hate Brigade. Sounds like a cool band name.
Awesome.
998, even better. So anybody got big plans? I know that for us, Paul, I and Dreadpool, we're going to MegaCon. We have press access. We're going to be doing some on the spot interviews with people that we're allowed to do it with. Certain celebrities you can't interview. It's just how it is when they're behind the desks and they have their whole setup. But Artist Alley, creators, cosplayers, you're allowed to interview them. So we plan on getting some really good interviews, making some reels of that. So that's what we'll be up to.
2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today that will start. So.
Yeah. So, Animated, any big plans? Where can people find you?
No big plans. Still working away behind the scenes, building this bloody thing. Nearly there. We're getting there.
Looking good.
Yeah, we're getting better. So now we've got internet back upstairs proper internet. Although it nearly dropped out today for some reason. I'll have to check that out. I think I've got a snag in the cable somewhere, but still. Other than that, no big plans. I'll get back to streaming very shortly. So yeah, you can find me on Twitter at, I always forget which Twitter is, animated_evil, the same as YouTube, and on Xbox, animatedevil857, the same on Twitch.
Nice. Infinite.
Infinite, hello.
Infinite.
He's fallen asleep. We'll have to get Paul's outro first.
Yeah, you know what? Pineapple Paw, celebrity Pineapple Paw. Where can people find you, and what will you be up to?
Okay, so you can find me mostly at Twitter, Cerebral Paul 1, and my pinned link will have all the links to my YouTube, my Twitch, and all the different shows that I do, including this one. Also, I want to mention that next week is Microsoft Accessibility Summit is next Thursday, or next Tuesday, rather. I will be in the audience there, so if anybody who's watching us is also going to be part of that, just say hello. I'm there. And, of course, we'll be at MegaCon, so find us at MegaCon, definitely, and say hello. So there you go. It's free and quick and easy.
That's right.
Oh, wait, I don't want to take Jay off. Retro Renegades on Tuesday night. Don't forget that.
I couldn't
I
hear
was
it.
waiting.
Yeah.
I was waiting.
Yeah.
No, say it again, because I don't think people heard you correctly.
Retro Renegades on Tuesday nights. So there you go. That. And then for those that aren't aware, Good Morning Xbox does still happen. It just changed channels. Again, follow us on Twitter to get the latest information on that. Because Noof is taking a hiatus, which is no problem.
Yeah.
So we brought in Assassin Lupa, and she's way better looking than Noof. So.
Wow, nice. Well,
personal preferences, but hey, tomatoes.
So,
not saying Lupa's not a bad lady. I'm just saying Noof looks a pretty good guy.
No, I said better looking. So if you think that Noof is better looking than Assassin
it's not
Lupa,
saying Lupa's a bad lady. I just said Noof has a good butt. That's all, right?
Oh, is that what it is?
That's all.
You know, we get to hear those farts come out of that butt like every day, every week. So
you gotta be big to rumble like that, right?
Yeah.
Infinite, where can people find you? And what are you up to?
Catch me here on Thursdays. Tuesdays, Bunch of Renegades over this guy over there. And then that's it. Catch me on Twitter. And I find 3T. That's it.
Nice.
Night. Be safe.
So, we were going to have a special announcement today, but the person that was going to be on the show, he had something else come up that he had already had ordered, which was Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness. So, can't blame him, but as I'll just say it here, Lemon is officially joining for GQ TV, and he should be on the next episode. PK got stuck at work today, but you can always find him, and I'll do his outro. PKX, the most electrifying man in all YouTube land. PKX Live Entertainment. All right, man. Well, everybody, thank you for watching, hanging out with us in the chat. All the Gamers United Guild members that came in, said hello to the new faces, numero uno, X-Fan, and however Squirrel. How is that? Can anybody pronounce?
Squirrel Girl, but Squirrel Girl's been here before, I believe.
Okay,
That's a name I remember, but welcome Squirrel Girl anyway.
Yep. Thank you for jumping in the chat, and talk to all you guys later.